Okay, so this one is question number 7, section 6.5. And the question goes, you're driving from Vancouver to Seattle, okay? And it tells you your distance is, 230 kilometers. And the speed limit in kilometers per hour is 110, okay? And on average, it takes about 2.1 hours to get there, okay? So let's write all this down. Number one, your speed right now is equal to 110 kilometers per hour. Your distance is equal to 230 kilometers. And the time that they tell you is about 2.1 hours. Actually, I don't think that's actually true because of the border. Usually you waste about like a whole entire day. Anyhow, that's besides the question, okay? So it goes, it says excluding border wait time. So cars traveling faster can shorten their time, so you end up saving, time from having, by going faster, okay? And so let's say, hey, S represents the change in speed, okay? So here we go. Let's say, you remember this chart over here where you have S, T, D. S is your speed. Your speed is distance over time, okay? So let's say, hey, your speed, okay, is now changed, okay? So if your speed is 110 plus S, that means you end up going faster, okay? So what happens then, you end up using less time, okay? And then if your speed is, let's say, 110 minus S, that means you end up going slower. So what that means is you end up using more time, okay? Or you can think of as, instead of minusing, you can think of as S is negative. Then you end up getting slower. So your speed is now changed to 110 plus S. So what's your time going to be now? Okay, so if your speed is equal to 110 plus S, and then your distance is always fixed. Okay, when you're traveling from the two cities, this is always 230 kilometers. So what that means is then your time is equal to, now if you look at time is distance over speed. So it'd be 230 kilometers per hour, kilometers, divided by 110 plus S kilometers per hour. So this right now is how much time it will take if you go faster, okay? So what that means is you end up with less time. And then A goes, hey, T is supposed to represent the change in time. So change in time compared to 2.1 hours. So your change in time, delta T, will then be equal to, now this time over here, if you're going faster, it's going to be less than 2.1. So the change in time, delta T, will be 2.1 minus 230 over 110 plus S. Okay? So this will be the formula for the change in time as a function as a change in speed. Okay? That's part A. And then part B goes, hey, how much time will you save if you travel 125 kilometers per hour? Okay? So you go back to the formula you just did in part A. So delta T is equal to 2.1 hours minus 230 all over. Now you don't need to find S because it'll tell you what the total speed is now, right? So let's say you travel 125 kilometers per hour, and S is just equal to 125 minus 110. That means you travel 15 kilometers per hour faster. Okay, so do the math. So you go 2.1 minus, so you go 230 divided by 125. That's about 1.84 hours. So if you subtract them, 2.1 minus 1.84, that means you save about 0.26 of an hour. Okay, now if you multiply that by 60, you will save about 15.6 minutes. Okay, which isn't too bad, right? And then in C goes, hey, what speed do you need to travel in order to save 10 minutes? Okay, so I got a little lazy. I didn't bother erasing. Well, actually, no, I could just do it right now. Let me just erase all this stuff. So let's say if you want to save 10 minutes. Now 10 minutes okay, if you look over here, 10 minutes is actually 1/6 of an hour, okay? And the reason I got 1/6 is because there's 60 minutes an hour. So delta T is now 1/6. And then you're looking for S. So you go 1/6 is equal to 2.1 minus 1 minus 210 over 110 plus S. So you could just treat this as one whole value in itself. So I go 1 over 6, 1 divided by 6, and I'm going to move the 2.1 to the left. Or you know what I'll do? I'll just move this whole thing to the left because it's negative. So I go 230 over 110 plus S is equal to 2.1 minus 1 over 6. So 2.1 minus 1 divided by 6 gives me 1.93333. So 230 over 110 plus S is equal to 1.933333. And this is all repeating, okay? And I think in my last video, what I did was I used this algebra trick. You know how like right now you have a term over another term equals like another value, right? So it's like A over B is equal to C. And what I want to do right now is find out what B is. So what you can do is you switch the B and the C. So A over C is equal to B. You can actually switch them. And a simple way of understanding this is like 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5, right? And then you see how 2 is in the bottom and 5 is on the right. The 2 and 5 can also switch. So 10 divided by 5 is also equal to 2. So you can switch them like that. So you go 230 over 1.933333 repeat is equal to 110 plus S. So you go 230 divided by 1.933. It gives you 118.9655 is equal to 110 plus S. So since the question is asking you for, hey, what speed you need to travel at, this is representative of your whole entire, this is S, okay? So your new speed is 118.9655 kilometers per hour. And if you're interested in finding out how much more you're going to travel above the speed limit, so S will be equal to 8.9655 kilometers per hour, faster than the speed limit. Anyways, just so you know, in the States, things are a little different. If you travel above the speed limit, you are in danger of being pulled over by a cop and getting a speed ticket. And it actually happens almost all the time. So, and if you get caught by the police, you probably end up wasting more than 10 minutes. So my best advice is stay under the radar. Keep yourself at the speed limit. That's it. Done.